Now, it's not something unusual that on the internet we have seen a few number of people who have lived in the Western world. Sadly, they didn't make it. We see some becoming destitute, some having some kind of mental deformities on the streets and seeking for help to get deported back to their country or something like that. Today I am here to share with you 5 reasons why a lot of people do not make it in the UK. Why a lot of people find it difficult to find their ground or their stance in the Western world, especially in the UK. Alright, you are most welcome to my channel. My name is Chinyere Ojike. Please, if this is your first time to my channel, subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop your comments, and keep coming for more. Also follow me on Instagram at Chinyere Ojike. Alright, let's go on with this video. Now, the number one reason is the place they found themselves when they newly arrived the UK, the kind of people they associated with, the circle of friends they had, the kind of job they started doing on arrival, So this has a long way to determine how successful you could be. Luck might shine on you as time goes on. You started meeting people, that could also put you through on how the system work in this very country. Now, if you met with people who are not able to share this relevant information on how things work in this country, how to navigate around, get a better job, you might find it difficult settling proper in this country. Now, when I first arrived the UK as a student, I never knew it was possible for me to switch my course from the course I originally gained admission into to a different one. Not as if I wasn't that interested in doing my course, but when I found out that health-related courses are the courses that sells most in this very country, I had a change of mind to doing something like community health or nursing, even though I didn't have the background. But it is something doable even presently. So by the time I realized this, I was actually staying among students. Probably they didn't know about this, but someone who shared this information with me was someone who had graduated from my school many years ago. So immediately he told me that it was already late. I was already in my second year. What I did, I took his advice. I walked into my school's information center, approached them regarding switching my course. They directed me back to my department. I met my lecturer. We had a tete-a-tete about that. And she also advised me that she's written. They said I cannot change. I cannot switch now because it's late. That if I had done it during my second week of arrival, starting my program, that it could have been easier. So sometimes it depends on the cycle of people you associated with, and if you meet people who are able to guide you rightly, feed you back on what is obtainable in this country, how to navigate around the system, definitely you wouldn't have certain regrets. I didn't even regret studying what I studied because it's also a lucrative field in this very country. Secondly, immigration limitations. It depends on how you arrive the UK. If you arrive the UK on certain visa routes, I think it might be difficult for you settling down, especially when you arrive the UK illegally. It might take you 10, 15, 20 years to find your ground in this very country. Because if you are living illegal in the UK, if you are here on a visitor's visa, and at the expiration of your visa, you decided to start living without papers, it's gonna be difficult, or it is usually difficult for you to find your way around because you have a limited access to certain social amenities. Renting a house would be a problem for you. Even getting a girlfriend, to be frank, if your girlfriend knows that you are illegal in this country, you don't have papers, I wouldn't even say yes to becoming your girlfriend, let alone becoming a wife to you. So it's quite difficult. Accessing the NHS would be something very difficult. Getting loan, getting anything in this very country, you wouldn't even want to turn up to apply for all those things, knowing fully well that you do not have a paper to stay in the country, because turning up to apply for all those means you getting yourself arrested and getting yourself deported, so immigration limitations could limit your access to the right things in this very country, and it might take you a long period of time settling down, probably by marriage, or I don't know how a lot of people do that, but it takes them ages. I've seen someone who stayed 12 to 15 years here before the person was able to, find a wife, an European wife. Now they settle down and he's able to travel to his country for the first time after 15 years. But if you come into the UK through the right means, probably study routes, skilled workers routes, it wouldn't be a problem for you, settling down, even though it is capital intensive, but at least your mind is settled, Number 3, the kind of job you first started in this country has a lot to do with how you are able to progress, Some people on arrival here, they started jobs that wouldn't take them to nowhere per se. They don't know if they can improve in the skills they already have. They don't know if there are certificate trainings they could acquire to improve their skills and get better jobs. Every job counts in this country. Every job is dignified in abroad per se. But some people with degree qualifications back home, some of them, depending on what they started from, they would end up going through that route. But then we need to make progress in any kind of job we started from, especially when that job is not the field where you originally specialized or what you studied in the university. Starting up such a job here is just for you to sustain yourself for the meantime, so as time goes on, it will be very important you look up to some kind of certificate trainings that you could acquire to improve yourself so that you can, move from level A to level B. This is what I'm trying to say. But some people tend to remain on that level A all through their stay in this country. They don't want to progress from point A to point C and above. So it is important when you started doing something here, do not relax, do not sleep on that. Look for opportunities to improve yourself, improve your skills, better career opportunities and better job opportunities for yourself or your spouse. Now, number 4, a lot of people, they work so hard, very, very hard in this very country. Sadly, they make the money here, but they don't enjoy the monies in this very country where they work so hard to make all their monies. Rather, they prefer to spend their monies in the country or in the countries where they didn't make this money. They never have time for leisure, no holidays. Somebody who has been in the UK for a period of 5 years, ask the person hasn't been to places like Belgium that you can go on train, places like Spain, places like other European countries surrounding the UK, not even Scotland, which is inside the UK. The person is just in one point. But yet, every now and then, the person sends money back home. Nothing is wrong with this, to be honest, but at least you need to make yourself comfortable. You need to have a leisure time, you need to be happy. And this is why a lot of people kept complaining that the UK is nothing for me. I'm thinking of elsewhere to go. Nobody would show you how to enjoy your money unless you take that decision. Nobody will tell you to take a break in this very country. This is why a lot of the British people, if you work with them at work, they don't play with their weekends, they don't play with holidays. They take every holiday, they travel, their weekends. Some of them, they like to drop shift, and immediately they are dropping shifts during the weekend. You see somebody like me, a black person, that's what I meant, will be collecting the shift, because some of us work from Monday to Sunday, even their off days. Some people who are not already in the UK, they've started asking me, will working 38 hours or 40 hours a week be enough for them? Can they do other extra shift? This is how we are channeled. This is how we are wired. We are never getting enough of anything, so it's really bad. You would see someone working so hard here. Somebody will call in our country, can you send me 100 quid? He would even send 120. But let this person go have a leisure, go for movies, with 20 pounds, the person will begin to calculate. You find it difficult to do. So this is really sad, So sometimes people get frustrated. You see them complaining. Life here is only work, 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 work. What is stopping you from having fun? What is stopping you from taking a break, having a great time, So this is why a lot of people don't seem happy in the UK. Now, bad or low credit score can actually mar your chances of getting anything tangible in this very country. I recently made a video about how to improve your credit score in the UK, because when you have bad credit or poor credit history, it will really affect your chances of getting access to mortgage. Nobody would want to give you mortgage. It will, especially when your credit card is not showing a good track record of your borrowing, spending, and how you made repayments. It is something that will put you off the record. And you could be frustrated when you cannot, when your mates, that, yeah, all of us arrived this country at the same time, within a space of 2-3 years, some of them are getting mortgage houses, some of them are getting cars, but you are not able to get things like this because of the bad credit history you've got. Now, the bonus points, which is the final point, is when you come into the UK with the mindset of making it sharp. This is not a country where you can easily make it sharp. Everything is programmed. Whatever YY or Yahoo, it's something that if you do it in this very country, you can be tracked. Yes, I cannot say people do it and get away with it because I don't know anyone that does that, but surviving in this country, sustainability is something that requires patience, hard work. Yes, because you can only earn money in this country when you work. No matter if you like, you work online, you work from home, but you must work and work. This is just the simple truth of how people make money in abroad. If you cannot work, you set up a business if you have the resources to set up a business in this country. And if you do, the government also supports you. The local council where you are staying, they also support you with certain amount of pounds, thousands. I meant not just, when I mean thousands, it might be 3,000 it might be from 3,000 upwards, depending in the area where you are staying and what the local council is able to give anyone setting up a business, So, making it sharp, trying to maneuver things, doing it the wrong way. If this is where your mindset is, definitely the UK is not for you. Making it here, you might be frustrated out of this country, So this is just the point I want to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching this content. I sincerely appreciate your time. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and keep coming for more. Bye for now.